Good morning. Good morning. This is Donna Reiners, and I have my trusty sidekick, Sandy Lee, with me this morning. And we are going to hopefully encourage you with what we're building in the Be Stronger group so that you can be encouraged in your business and be encouraged in who you bring into our group for us to help build their business. We are part of the Evolve team. They are the large group, and we are a small portion of that where we can concentrate and focus and go through the steps we need to go through with clarity so that we can move forward in our businesses and in our health. So you're welcome to invite someone. We are on in a Zoom every Monday morning at 9 a.m., whether it's myself or with a co-host like Sandy, or whether it's other people. We're doing our best to rotate and things of that nature because that seems to work better, and that's always a blessing. So let me share my screen, and then we will keep moving forward and go through the tools, some of the tools that we have in place right now, which I'm grateful for. Kind of strange to see myself there, but there we are. And so in the group, if you will go to the front page, you see guides, featured, rooms, members, events, media, and files. Guides is what we have been adding to help you stay focused and help you be able to move forward. So you click on guides, and immediately it has a video that's welcoming you and welcoming those that you bring into the group. So you can invite the people that you have enrolled to use the patches or enrolled to be builders. It doesn't matter. They're all the same. You would be surprised how many people are in here that are only patching. They're only patching. They enjoy being part of the group. And so that's a blessing. Enjoying being part of a group, even if they are not actively building a business, because you never know, one day they may want to build a business. And you never can assume that you know what somebody's going to do or not do based on their behavior. You just keep encouraging them and keep showing up for them and keep helping them know that you're for them. So if you start in guide 1, welcome team, it's a welcome to people who are using the patches or people that want to actually build a business. It doesn't matter. It's just a welcome. And you can, as you add people to the group that you have enrolled, tag them in the comment and say, please go through the guides and let them go through their journey. There are some people that we've enrolled that really truly work full-time jobs, and they only can do this in the evening, or they can do it at 2 o'clock in the morning. So they're going through the guides on their own. And because there's clarity in the guides, they're actually able to go and start enrolling people. And then they tell me later, hey, I enrolled 2 people. I'm like, oh my goodness, good for you. So it's a great way to leverage your time. If you want to build a business, but you're working full time, or you're actively so involved in some things, but yet you still want to build a business, this is a great place for you to send people that want to build a business. And then you're leveraging your time as well. So there's an introduction to what I call the Quick Start series in front of you. And what this is for is these are for people that maybe they have had a business before, or maybe they have been in the industry of network marketing or direct sales already. And because they've been in the industry already, perhaps they're familiar with tools that are needed in order to have a business and run a business. So here you have 8 reasons to make a list. It's a short video to help you think about people that you might consider people you would reach out to. What do you send out to that list after you've made contact with them? It's a video called startx39now.com, which is an excellent exposing link to the X39 and also to all the patches. And then how to use your forms. Forms are your tool and they are your friends. You print out forms and you have them with you so that you're on the phone with someone, you don't have to remember everything. You have pieces of paper you can read from. And then guess how duplicatable that is? That's super duplicatable because you do not have to know everything. We have scientists, we have doctors, we have medical professionals, we have holistic professionals, we have nurses, nurse practitioners, you name it. We have the gambit, and they have a knowledge base. But in this business, you do not have to have a knowledge base to share this particular item, this particular technology, because it is shared for you by going to the link. And then how to use your forms. I have a video that tells you in detail how to use the forms for yourself and how to help the people that you enroll use the forms. And then there are forms for you to print. And then guide 3, you'll see enrollments, the trees, points, shipments, and money. There is the first video is talking about being binary qualified to go into manager to director and beyond. It just goes through the steps for you to see how to go through those steps and how we can help you go through those steps. Also, steps to enroll someone on the tree. Great clarity. Guess what I did? I went through my own tree, showed you how to enroll, and I enrolled myself. I just got all the way to the end and didn't enroll myself again, because that would be double dipping. So we don't want to do that. But I went all the way through it. So you can actually learn to enroll someone right here very easily. If you haven't met with me or you haven't met with the people that enrolled you, listen, it is here for you to be able to move forward with your business. And then we have an overview training on the tree, point, shipments, and money. Rachel and I got together and we just talked about all sorts of things. And she asked really insightful questions until we had clarity. And so by the end, if you're new, I think by the end, you'll go, oh, that makes sense. And then you'll have better understanding on how the points work, how the tree works, how shipments work, how shipments are your friend, and how the money works. Then we have an area called forms and more forms. 90 days to senior director plan. It's simply a link that takes you to show you the steps you take to become binary qualified, manager, director, senior director, and beyond. Then we have another area called basic forms to download and print. Why do I have these in 2 different areas? I think I have them in 3 different areas because forms are very important. You need to have some kind of piece of paper that has people's information on it. So you know where they started. You have a measurement of what happened with them in the beginning, because 6 months from now, they may say, you know what, there's nothing happening with me. And you say, really? You can go back to when you started with them and show them all the aches and pains they had, because they may not have those aches and pains anymore. But they may have forgotten that they don't have them anymore. And then we have optional forms for science and before and after pictures. These forms are excellent as well. You can go through this. We're actually in the Quick Start series. You can go through those forms. And let me tell you, those forms are wonderful. They are pictures that will help someone really see how the science and the technology works. And then let's see. After that, after the optional forms, then we have objections to direct sales. I did a video talking about objections. I think it will help you in your mind settle it for yourself that, you know what, direct sales is the way to go. You know, many people feel safe working 8 to 5 someplace and making either an hourly wage or a salary. But at the end of the day, if something happens to your health, what can you do? You no longer get paid. And you might get paid for a short season if you get a pension or something, or you have some kind of, workman's comp, or we have friends that have situations they're going through, or maybe they have, money for 3 months or something. But residual works for a longer time. Residual happens over time also. But when you have it and you wake up and you have money in your account and you didn't sell anything that day already, it's like, wow, I have $600 in my account already on a Monday morning. How did I get $600 in my account? Well, guess what happened over the last few months when you were helping people with their health and helping them remain on the product long enough to see the benefits. That's how it happened. And so when I talk about direct sales and I go through some objections that people might have for you, and all I can tell you is don't be defeated and don't be discouraged just because somebody thinks that you're crazy to be in direct sales. Listen, direct sales is no different than any other kind of company. We are set up, and it's interesting. I know people in the corporate world, 8 to 5, and there are a number of people that have enrolled that work in high positions in the corporate world. We have people from attorneys to doctors to nurses to IT professionals to security professionals. We have people coming from in the arena of corporate mindset. We also have ministries, and we have people that are pastors. You name it, we have the gamut of people. But why? Because they want additional income, or maybe they want part-time income. This is a much better use of your time than going to work at the HEB for $15 an hour and spending 20 hours a week when you can have one sale and make $50 in your account. That's, several hours of working for someone else. And so I'm just telling you, go through these guides. Also, I created a recruiting video. Now listen, in the video, I start out from the beginning and I say, hey, I'm Donna Reiners. This is my phone number. And you are either watching this because you and I have talked and I'm sharing this with you, or someone that is in my organization has sent this to you. Please get back with them or get back with me with their name and number so I can get with them and we can help you get on your patches. And so it's a tool for you to use, because I go through my testimony, I go through the site, I mention different things. And so I did it for you so you don't have to, so that you can send it out and you can share with people. And so it's a very good tool. I've had some really good feedback on it. Also, links, nothing but links, vital links. We have links that take you to our group. We have links that take you to the links we use in Telegram, which includes the testimonial group, which includes our group, the Be Stronger, Longer group. And also we have how to get on Telegram, the links to take you to get someone on Telegram. Listen, you can copy and paste these things and send them. You can copy and paste this entire area. You can put it in your notes section of your phone. And then when you have someone you want to enroll, you can click in that area of your phone, go, hey, yes, ma'am, let me send you that link. And you can send them right to it. Every wholesale account has an app. You have the links for the InTouch app also on Apple and Google. And then I tell you what kind of brand partner account information you need to get and create for when you open up the account for people. And then also we have training on the LifeWave InTouch app. I thought there's no reason for me to redo that. If you will click on this link, you will open up to an actual video that takes you through the app so that you can learn how to use that app, because it is your friend and it will help you make money. Then there's marketing ideas. Sally Fung is a wonderful creator. She created, let me stop the share and show you. She created, just one moment. Well, Sandy, you're on my speaker view. That's okay, but let's see. Sandy, you're special today, honey. I guess I'll just go back here. How funny. And I'll go back to gallery. Hopefully you can see, you see the tools behind you. One of these is a really large banner, bottom to top. And the other is a tabletop banner, which has before and after pictures on it. This is like $100, y'all. Now, you may think that's a lot of money, but this can get you a lot of money too when people see the before and afters. They don't have this one in, this can't go in this size yet, but this is excellent and it's larger than it looks. So this is wonderful. And Sally is excellent at doing our banners, and she gets it to you lickety split. If I were you, I would have something like this at all times, even if 3 months from now you're thinking you might want to do an event, or you might want to have people over your house. Maybe you're going to have a local tea or have a little coffee. There is no reason why you cannot have this always set up wherever you go, because somebody is always going to talk to you about their health. Listen, everybody's complaining about something, whether their mind is upset or their body is upset or their emotions are upset. And this is a way to talk to them about the beauty of our patches. Let me go back to share the screen and go back to where I just was. If we can get back to it, y'all. Here we go. Share screen. Okie doke. So that's marketing. You can click on this link. It takes you straight to her order form. And then her phone number is here, 714-227-9848. Just tell her that we sent you there so that she knows that we're supporting her business. And then I plan to put the Kickstart leadership trainings here. I'm going to go pull all of them and put them here just so if people want to go back and see anything that we've talked about or anything they can. So this is here for you. I'll tell you also what we have coming. A lady in our group, let me go into back from the guides now. Okay, so now click all the way over here to files. At the end, there's an area called files. You click on files on the front part. We just did some welcome letters. So when you enroll someone, we created short little notes. They're really not letters, not really, but they're it's a communication tool. So I've got blank ones, and I also have some with my name and number on it. So if you are working with me actively, I have several people working with me actively. They text me and the person they enrolled, or they schedule a Zoom that week and introduce me to the new people they've enrolled. So they have someone else to work with besides them, because they have a lot going on. And so some of us are working together to build actual teams and not just enroll people to get people on the product. And so I may change this from welcome letter, but anyway, I'm going to show you what it looks like. Clicking on it, hopefully you'll be able to see it just a second. If you can't see it, you're going to have to let me know. Just a moment. Oh, it's not opening. One moment, por favor. Can you see that or not? Can you only see the Facebook? Okay, then just a moment. Let me get back to that one just a second. I'm going to stop my share, start my share again, and go into the letter. Here we go. These are onboarding letters and patching notes. So I've got first some suggestions. Hey, day 1, welcome to LifeWave and the account information. Day 2, send the LifeWave In Touch app. Day 3, a little note while you're waiting for your patches, consider this video. Day 4, hey, are your patches here yet? Day 5, please remember hydration is your friend. And then I have these broken up. You need to decide when to send this to your enrollment. Also, I talk a little bit about detoxing. Selena had this suggestion. Selena's in Alabama, and she had this suggestion for us to mention detox. And so she and I wrote this together. You can copy and paste it. You can put your name above it, and you can just put next to it, and this is my sponsor or someone I'm working with, and we're here to help you, whatever. Every one of these have my name on it. You do not have to use this one because I also put a blank one in there. I don't care how you do it. Just communicate with people you enroll so that they know that you're in touch with them. This is the account information. Hey, friend, welcome to LifeWave. And so you can take my name out and put your name. Talk with you soon, Sandy Lee. Talk with you soon, Linda Lou. Talk with you soon, Jennifer Gray. I mean, you can do whatever you want. Please join us in our community. And I have the Be Stronger book link on there. And then another note, hey, I'm thankful for our patching journey and happy to help you with yours. And it is a way to do the In Touch app. Again, the link again. So even though you're going to send them to the group, so and ask them to go through the guides, tag them in the guides, ask them to click done when they're done, so it shows that they did it, and tag you when they're finished, so they've gone through it. It's also here so that when they want to get involved with sharing the business, they can do so this way, and they can have a follow-up. You see? And so I go through several things. There's several notes. And listen, one lady I know, let me tell you what she does. I have other things to share in that, so I'm gonna go back to that. Tell you what she does. She has all those. She has an onboarding process for her people who are patching, and she has it in her notes section of her phone. So the notes section is pretty interesting, and you can have it onboarding process, and you just have it in little snippets. If you have day 1, day 2, day 3, you'll have to, of course, keep up with what you're doing with your person, because you may forget, oh, did I send day 3 or not? I don't know. It's up to you. You'll have to figure that out, but it's there for you to use, and you can decide. You can get it from your phone and just text them, because they're short. These are not long letters. They're really short notes. Also, a few more things to show you. Go back into the group. Go back into files. We also have a Silver Kit order form that I created. Of course, I have to go out and get back in now. So funny how it works, right? But again, this is just to share with you the tools we have. Here we go. So this is a Silver Kit order form. Hope you can see it all right. It has the retail on the side for paint and repair. Usually it has 60 days of the anti-inflammatory normally. Has detox and brain, skincare, sleep, hormone and digestion. And then you can mark which one they want, which one you talk to them about with regards to their monthly shipment. They put in their personal information here, their payment. This is a real simple way also, guys. You can take this alone instead of an intake form. And on your back, you can write what's going on with them. On the back of this form, you can write, hey, what's going on with you? And then you have everything you need from them. You can create their account information. This is their shipping address, their card number. It has everything you need in order for them to create their account and for you to move forward. And listen, you can always write at the top, you can write their name right here at the left. You can put the date, their name, and you know that that's them. You can put them in your folder for your intake forms, or for your, for where you're putting, like for me, I have a book of the different people I have my orders from, right? And I go through and I purge it. I purge people who given up on the patches. I shred things that are no longer that aren't supposed to be there anymore because they've either canceled their account, which I've only had a couple of those in 2 years, so that's a blessing. But also I'm working with other people's teams, and so I have things from them. So if I find that I shred it. So at all times doing what we can to serve the people that are with us, but if they're no longer in LifeWave, you just get rid of it. And go back to, that's what I was going to tell you. So for instance, this person, notice how I have her date here and have her name here. I do that because I have them all in alphabetical order. That's how I do it. Now I know someone, she just throws them in the top because she's working with them for a while, getting them trained, and then she moves on. And that's fine. I have a tendency to linger and help people a little bit longer. So that's why I put them in alphabetical order. Back to sharing screen. Back to dun, 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 dun. Oh, just a second. I'm almost finished with that area. I want you to be able, just know the tools we have, because I tell you what, we've had some people blowing up right now because they've been using these, and it's really been a blessing. So back to the group over here under files again, just letting you know, we have the Bob Campbell script there. Have it a little larger print, easy to see. Have the last version of the patches. If you don't have the 3 generation of patches that April created, you really need to have it. It's awesome. PDF form, it's brilliant. You should download it immediately. It's excellent, absolutely excellent. We also have a disclaimer here, LifeWave disclaimer that you can send with anything you need. We have the links for the guides. We have patch placements, the large patch placements. We have a before and after tracker that Marcy made that's amazing. Patches and what to expect. I believe April made that. Basic forms for your business. We have it there in PDF forms. You can just download that. We have the quick start forms that we talked about in the video. We have the intake form here that I use. That's all I use really. And then we have enrollment checklists if you're interested in keeping up with what you're doing, right? So that is what's happening here in our group to help you move forward in helping people with their health or helping people with their business. Now, there is one other thing happening, which I've been really excited about, and then we'll stop for questions. I'm loving it. If you have someone who becomes binary qualified, let me know so we can celebrate those steps. Those steps are necessary before we ever get to become a manager. So those seem like little steps, but those are big steps. It might have taken somebody 6 months to get binary qualified. It's important to celebrate every step we take. And also, so please sure and let us know when you have someone so we can create something for them and celebrate them and invite them into the group so they can see they're celebrated. You'd be surprised who likes to be celebrated. You would be so surprised. Recently, I realized that someone who's very self-sufficient, someone who has plenty of income, but they were totally jazzed that they were being celebrated, totally jazzed. So that was cool. And then also, I just want to mention that we're also in the midst of creating an onboarding for builders. Steps to make if you're a builder. Steps, in other words, for you to take with your enrollments. And so that'll be done probably in another week. It's almost finished now, doing some tweaking, adding some things to it. And so I hope those are all going to be helpful, and I bless you. So does anyone here have any questions? Sure. Will you unmute yourself, please?
Because I started earlier than when you did this, my group's passwords are different.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, you know that because you're the one that gets in them. But do we all need to change those to the new password that you're telling people in here? That's my question. Do I need to change everybody's password to?
No. Whatever you have on your team, if you help with it, then you let us know so we can help you. If you don't want to help, you don't want to help. But I will tell you, anyone listening to this, if you're not you now, but anyone listening to this about the passwords, if no one is helping you and you're not earning any income and you're not patching anyone and you have no fruit and you've been doing this for a year, then you probably need some help. And so please know that if that's you, nobody's yelling at you, but how sad that you would prevent the people that you're enrolling with getting with more community. How sad that you would think it's just about you and you have your own little precious little group. That's really not how a team works. A team works where everyone, we want to have like a town hall where we all get together and we talk and we all get to know each other. And just because you're not involved doesn't mean you don't have someone that you have enrolled that wouldn't want to be involved. You'd be surprised how you could encourage someone else by just opening up your doors to let someone else have input into their life. I've had to really understand that and help some people work with other people besides me. I don't care as long as you're working with someone and someone is encouraging you. And you know what? There's also accountability in that, and that is also a big blessing, a big blessing. So no, you don't have to do that. And I don't think people even realize really how we work as teams. Would y'all mind if I take 3 minutes, like 5 minutes to show that? Let me see if it's still in my whiteboards. Let me know if you can see this. Can you see this? Okay. I just want to show y'all. Let's say this is you here, or this is me, and this is you, and this is someone else, and this is someone else, and this is someone else, and this is you, and these are people you've enrolled, but you never introduce them to us. They may not even know that every time they have a monthly shipment, all those shipments go back to you. And if they don't know if they don't know how it works, then they don't realize they're really a part of something bigger than themselves. Because every time, let's say Sandy enrolled this person, all these points go up the tree for this person. Sandy gets 25% of because she enrolled them when they cycle. And all those friends of this person have impacted Sandy's life. Now, when this person enrolls people on this side of the tree, guess what happens? All those points go all the way up through every single solitary one of these people until it's all the way back up to me. That's a lot of collaboration to me. That is a lot of helping one another. And once you see it, you can't not see that. You can't not see that we all are together. It's quite something. And so invite, if you're here, invite these, send them the actual link. Don't just invite them through the thing, because I never even see those. Take the actual link invitation and text it to them. Hey, would you join me here? Send them the actual link instead of just inviting them through Facebook, because most people don't even see those invitations. So I hope that helps. And since we're on this subject, I might as well do a little, just remember that all those points go up the tree. And I'm not going to go into all that right now. I don't think I'm going to do that right now. Okie doke. So anybody else have any questions? If not, I will choose something to do some training on. I think that I was thinking about this last night. Let me share with you how I build a pack. And let me go back to that silver. Let's do that real quick. See if I can find that silver again. To give you some encouragement. Because, you're going to have to be flexible. It helps to be flexible when you're helping people of all sorts of different demographics, different backgrounds. Being able to help people right where they are is key to this kind of work. Being inflexible is not helpful. Just a second. And pardon me, I'm going to mute myself. I need to cough real quick. My apologies. Okay, thank you so much. Here we have the silver kit form. Let's say you meet someone and they're in pain. What do? I start everyone with a silver. What does that mean for me? That means I start them with 30 days of activating their stem cells. Now, listen, I don't call these by their names. When I'm talking to someone who's brand new or someone who has no clue what these words mean, I call out the benefits. I call out what it does. So I'll tell them, oh my goodness, Miss Linda, in your silver, you are going to get 30 days of activating your stem cells, which, oh my goodness, this is so inexpensive when you see the value of your own stem cells. You get 60 days of addressing your inflammation. You get 15 of the pain patch systems to address your pain. And you're going to get a 15-day supply of the energy enhancer, which increases your mitochondria, helps you with endurance, reduces fatigue and muscle soreness. All these are going to work together to help eliminate your pain over time. But let's say, y'all, you meet someone who does not have the income at all, and they only can afford, say, $125 a month. Maybe they've scrimped and saved to get the $150 to just have a bronze. Now, choosing a bronze is not my favorite, I'll be honest with you. But if that's literally all they have, I'm not going to deny them the opportunity. But guess what I did and have done a few times? When they talk to me about their inflammation and they talk to me about their pain, and they talk to me how they've been taking meds for pain, meds for inflammation, every so often, I will, instead of just doing the X39 in a bronze, I'll do 60 days of the anti-inflammatory. And then their monthly will be the X39, which is activating their stem cells. And then they've had 3.5 weeks, 4 weeks of actually addressing the inflammation, which we know causes pain, getting that inflammation down so that they can actually start activating their stem cells, because we all know that inflammation attracts stem cells. Stem cells are attracted to inflammation, but inflammation stops stem cells literally in their tracks and stops them from working. If they can afford the $99 plus shipping and tax for the stem cell activation for that X39, I'm okay with starting them with the 60 days of the anti-inflammatory, as long as we have this X39 in their monthly shipment. They're going to see something when they get the inflammation out, and it's going to help them so much, because what is our intention? To help people with their pain, to help people with the issues that have been unresolvable for them. So that's what I would do if you absolutely have to. Now let's go on to the detox and brain. Let's say same thing, detox and brain. 30 days of activating your stem cells, 60 days of addressing the inflammation. Why? Because the Eon also does a brain balancing. That's going to help with the brain. The carnosine helps with cognitive. Glutathione, we know, is going to help pull things off the nerves so that the body and the brain can operate correctly. Again, what if they can only do a bronze? Bronzes are not my favorite, guys. You know that. Bronzes don't count toward management. Bronzes don't count as well as a bronze. But if they are willing to make that $99, and if they're willing to talk to you about upgrading to the silver as soon as possible to get these other items, I would start them with an Eon and a carnosine. If they absolutely cannot afford just the silver. And is the X39 standalone? Of course, it's a mothership. Oh my gosh, it is the most. So do not feel like you have to do it this way. You don't have to do it this way. X39 stands alone. X39 does everything that all these patches do, because it activates your stem cells, and the stem cells are the ones who repair our bodies, right? But if you think about it, if you can get some inflammation down, how much better will that X39 work in 4 weeks when they get on it? You do have to talk to them to let them know, listen, the mothership is X39. The mothership has to be in your monthly shipment so that they commit to that, because that's what's going to help their bodies actually repair. But we don't want to deny them an account. I have had people tell me that there are some teams that literally do not allow you to join unless you are a builder and unless you are a silver or above. And that's just not what I want to do to people. Same thing, skincare. Aloe Vera and the glutathione. Well, no, you can't do that. Actually, you would have to do, I would say in the skincare, I would do glutathione and Eon, and then have them on that monthly shipment. And then when they upgrade from the bronze to the silver, that's when you get them this Alavita Trio, because the Alavita Trio is 1.5 points, you see. But you can still get them started and say, and get them pumped up to get that Alavita, because it's 60 days worth for 1.5. And they can get that when they upgrade from the bronze to the silver. Sleep. Let's talk about sleep. You can have the Alavita and the Eon, or you can have the Alavita and the Silent Nights for their bronze, and then have that X39 in their monthly shipment, because these both really do help you. You can have the 60 days of the Silent Nights if you want, or you can have 30 of this, 30 days of Alavita, 30 days of Silent Nights, and then start the X39 in the monthly. And you just show them what they do. Give them the little sheet that April made, and help them make a wise decision, or make the decision. If they don't know what to do, you make it. Go with your gut. Your gut is smart. Hormones and digestion. You know, I would probably start them with the X39. I probably wouldn't start them with the other two. I would start them with that. And then when they go from the bronze to the silver, that's when I would get them the rest of the patches. Listen, these are just suggestions, ideas to help people, especially with the inflammation. Or you could start them with the inflammation. Inflammation is also an issue with digestion and hormones, y'all. It's a huge problem, huge. So I also want to talk about one more thing. So I don't have the gold kit. Oh, actually I do. Hold on one second. I do. One moment, please. I do. Because of the wonderful things you do. One moment, just a second. I do have it. This is almost perfected. Yep. Okay. Just one moment. Let me get this to you. Let me show you this. This is fab, y'all. One momento. Let me pull it up. Oh, it may not let me do it because I'm on a Zoom. Oh, nope, here it is. Yay. All right, give me a second. Let me stop my share. I'll show you how to transition from a silver to a gold to help your patching people. Okay, so we were at the silver, but now we have the gold. So let's look at what to do to take people when you're talking to them about the patches from the beginning. Oh my goodness, we can get you 30 days of activating your stem cells, 60 days of addressing your inflammation, which stops stem cells, or 90 days, and 15 days of pain back. You know, you just tell them what they're getting, show them the value of everything, and then tell them immediately. And in 5 weeks, we're upgrading your account to the gold. And for $200 plus shipping and tax, you get 5 support sleeves at the price of 4. And let them know it is a big deal. I rarely put an X39 and an X49 in an upgrade to a gold, because they can get the X39 and X49 in the performance bundle for a lot less money. To me, it is a better deal to put it in the monthly shipment than it is in a kit, because you get 2 support sleeves for the price of 1 X39. And so when I transition someone from the silver to the gold, I'll say, okay, now we're going to keep you on the anti-inflammatory for another 60 days. Now, if they're dealing with pain and the pain patches have been working effectively, and we want to get you another 15 days of pain patches. If they're dealing with issues of cognitive things, and we definitely want to put a carnosine in there because the carnosine is going to help with the cognitive, and it lasts up to 45 days because you only use it 1 to 3 times. And so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. You've got 4 patches so far. You can even add a 5th. You see the power of the upgrade? You have 5 support sleeves for the price of 4. They see value by getting more, and then have that monthly with your X39 or your X39 and X49 at a discount. Same thing, detox the brain. I still do probably 60 days of anti-inflammatory. Definitely the carnosine and the glutathione. The energy enhancer is absolutely amazing. Many people who have issues with their brain are tired. So the energy enhancer can help their energy and make them feel better. Skincare, this is where you upgrade them if they did not get the aloe vera in their first one. And if they did, they might want to upgrade and get the aloe vera again. And then they have it for another 60 days. That's 1.5. Then you get one more. That one more to me would be an Aeon, because you want to keep the inflammation down. Sleep, transitioning from the silver to the gold. Again, anti-inflammatory with the AEON. Silent nights, if they haven't had the aloe vera, great way to introduce the aloe vera because of how it helps with oxidative stress and helps the pineal gland and helps your body sleep at night. You can get 60 days of the sleep, 30 days of the aloe vera, another 30 days of Eon. There's so many things you can do. And again, with hormone, transitioning from silver to gold. Make sure they have more anti-inflammatory. Make sure that they get the SP6. And, remember, the energy enhancer also helps with digestion, which digestion is part of all our issues, even hormones. And then this is where your auto ship order is right here. And remember that you want to have a shipment every 30 days. But in the beginning, when you have a first enrollment, you do it 25 days, 25 business days versus the 30 days. And then you tell them it comes every 30 days after that. And if they're a business builder, if they even suspect they might want to share it even 6 months down the road, tell them from the get-go, hey, listen, be sure and keep on your monthly shipment. And for some reason, you're going to cancel or something. Would you please let me know ahead of time so we can talk about it? So that they can see that you understand that the monthly shipment. And I tell them, I said, listen, I know you don't understand about cycling yet. You don't know about the money yet. But if you decide 6 months you want to have a business, it would be very helpful if you keep a monthly shipment. And if you cannot afford XYZ, then put XYZ in it so you keep it, so you keep yourself active. Anyway, that's enough of that. Anyone have any questions based on any of that information? You can unmute yourself.
I'm trying to think how to phrase it.
Okay.
When you have someone that that they need to use the glutathione and that they need the carnosine and they have those, but you also know that they don't drink enough water. And I'm sure pretty sure you know who I'm talking about. How would you
else's business either.
Yeah. How would you I mean, does it damage to tell them, okay, do glutathione once a week, do carnosine once a week, and then just do your X39 every day? Or do you not even have them do the carnosine and the glutathione when they're already, when they have the X39 and the Aeon?
If you're, if this is a client, someone that's on the patches and someone that you really can't control what they're doing or not doing, I would at least have them on the X39.
Right.
Just that, or the anti-inflammatory.
She does both of those, but I want her to do some of the others too,
Yeah, I hear you. But if they're not hydrated,
that's what I'm asking. Yeah.
I would not, and and you're in control of their life. I personally would not have them on the glutathione.
Oh, okay.
Because of how it operates to pull out all sorts of things, or make sure they're hydrated when they do that for the next few days. Just whether it's watermelon or, make sure there's an increase in hydration because of how it works in the body. Because it's a wonderful way to help the body, not just detox, but increase the immune system by getting rid of junk. But if the junk can't be gotten rid of, then that junk's not going anywhere. And it's still there, stirred up, but staying. Kind of like when you go to a massage,
Right.
And you don't have elimination, then all it does is stay inside the body.
Well, I'm talking to a lady that really wants to try the patches, but she told me point blank, she doesn't like water, and she doesn't really drink a lot of water. She drinks mostly tea. And
I would just do X39 and let her body move forward. And that, if they haven't used the patches yet, you could definitely put a silver together with the 3X39s and have an Eon or a monthly, or the 1X39 and nothing but Eon, and then have the X39 for the monthly.
Okay, then I have one other question. I'm talking to a gentleman who has had several surgeries and all this stuff going on. He's got to have more surgery, but he is taking anti-inflammation medication. And so I want to know how to approach him about using the Aeon, either with the anti-inflammatory medicine he's taking, or maybe backing off the big pharma and trying the Aeon. I'm not sure how to approach that. Or can they do the same? Do both?
You can't give them advice on anything medical. You cannot tell them what to do or what not to do regarding their medication. That's not, that's practicing medicine. But what you can do is you can send them this wonderful list of products and highlight the AEON and share with them how it could really help them in their journey. And they can use it in addition to what they're doing.
Oh, you can.
There's no contraindication.
Got it.
There's
Okay.
The only thing that we don't encourage people to do is to use it with immunosuppressant drugs. And of course, if you have any kind of organ transplant, nope. Other than that, it's light. It's like going out in the sun. So I would not give anyone any advice regarding the medication. One thing I have shared recently with someone is that it might be over time they end up modifying their medication, but they'll know if they have to do that. And I encourage every person that is talking with a doctor or under a doctor's care to visit their doctor regarding these, just to print it out and take it with them to the doctor. Because we know it works, and we know that it's perfectly safe. And so if they have more peace by sharing this with their medical professional, they need to do that. I'm not afraid of losing the sale. I would rather be compliant and help them in their journey and let them make their own decision. And if they come up with a place where their body's not being helped using what they're using, they'll remember. Just make sure your information's on it as they get back to you in case they forget 3 months later,
I forgot the what did you call it? It doesn't contradict.
Indicate.
Yeah, contraindicate. I forgot that. Thank you very much.
Except for any organ transplant, and because we don't have clinical trials, and any immunosuppressant drugs or chemotherapy, because they're contradicting each other. Our patches cause life, and those type of treatments do not. They're just the opposite in their direction. So we only have about 2 minutes left. Well, I'm glad we had this time together. I do want to, since we did discuss things, I just want to mention that we do not treat, diagnose, cure, or prescribe. We support you talking to your medical professional regarding any of the patches and anything that we use. We are not here in any way, shape, or form telling you to do any kind of specific kind of patching, because we are not medical doctors, and we are not prescribing in any way to address any kind of condition. because that is what no holistic medicine does. So if you have any kind of imbalance in your energy, this can help you in some way. I'm going to stop the recording. Thank you all so much for coming. I hope if anyone, when you watch this, please let us know if this encouraged you in some way. My name is Donna Reiners. My number is 281-948-5642. If you want help with something, or if you want to use the patches in some way, happy to encourage you and help you do that. And so I'm going to stop the recording. And we are in the Be Stronger group. I'm going to stop the recording. Blessings. Thank you.